12 News Investigates digs deeper into a story that has people across the country talking. Two longtime Lamar University staff members say they were fired weeks after they asked high school students in a special program to fill out a vaccination form.
Now, the staffers knew they couldn't require vaccinations, but they felt they needed to know that the students had some type of status.
Yeah, you see, most of the kids in the Texas Academy of Leadership in the Humanities, or TAL, are underage. We're talking 16 and 17 years old, and they live in the dorms at Lamar.
Lamar did not provide guidance.
In the waning weeks of summer, as COVID cases surged, Bruce Hodge and his colleague Karen Corwin got nervous.
We were wondering, what Lamar might do. As we got into July, we hadn't really heard anything.
Days before the 30 students from the high school academy moved back into Cardinal Village.
We are a high school. We're literally a high school.
Right. Corwin and Hodge decided to do something.
We felt concerned about not knowing if students might be vaccinated or not, just for the safety and health of themselves and the staff.
So, to be blunt, you asked them if they were vaccinated?
We prepared a slip of paper that had that question on there.
The students filled it out along with 4 other pages of their medical records. Hodge and his colleagues say they have to be prepared to care for underage students in emergencies.
We are the responsible party. If something happens to a student, I will accompany them to an ER, to a clinic. We just thought we were acting in the best interest of the students.
Hodge says their dean later expressed her displeasure. Then a week later, Hodge got a visit from an associate provost and the interim chief of police. They came to pick up a copy of the vaccine form.
Associate provost kind of said something about the governor's order, didn't explain that, and they left.
We're past the time.
Hodge says they were well aware of the governor's order banning vaccine mandates.
Did y'all have any intentions of requiring vaccines?
No, we had no intention of, we don't have that authority.
10 days later, Hodge and Corwin say they were fired.
We were just fired because they can. A little bit humiliated. We were fired immediately, escorted off campus.
Both were at-will employees, so no cause was needed for their terminations. But both say they can connect the dots.
It's not hard to draw a line to what we think is the reason.
We tried getting Lamar University's side of this. A spokesperson thanked us for reaching out, but said the university does not comment on personnel matters. Governor Abbott's highly publicized executive order includes this subsection deep in the document. Quote, state agencies and political subdivisions shall not adopt or enforce any order, ordinance, policy, regulation, rule, or similar measure that requires an individual to provide, as a condition of receiving any service or entering any place, documentation regarding the individual's vaccination status.
Well, if this was such an egregious question to ask, wouldn't you put out a campus-wide notice to faculty and staff to not ask such a question? This was just simply about knowing. As far as we know, the students could have lied on the form. We didn't see a vaccination card. They were going to be at TAL whether they answered the slip or not.
And that other employee spoke with 12 News off camera, Karen Corwin, calling the firing shameful and wrong. She told me tonight she's worried about the TAL students' safety and well-being with both her and Hodge gone in the administration. We'll keep you updated if the university decides to tell us anything else.